I'm John Anala from the Gulf of Maine Research Institute in Portland, and I'm going to talk about support for fishing industry sectors along the Maine coast. The groundfish industry was once a major contributor to Maine's fishing economy. However, the landings and value have declined dramatically as a result of regulations designed to rebuild depleted stocks. The number of active groundfish vessels along the coast of Maine declined from 145 in 2000 to 65 in 2008. And total fishing revenues from all groundfish combined declined from $22 million in 1990 to $11 million in 2008. A novel approach for the Gulf of Maine, the formation of fishing industry sectors, is being implemented in May of this year. The sector approach involves the application of economic incentives to reduce the impacts of fishing, promote rebuilding of groundfish stocks, and increase industry profitability. GMRIs provide a substantial support to fishing industry groups that develop these sectors. Sectors promote rebuilding of weaker stocks by creating incentives to reduce bycatch, but also provide more flexibility to target healthy stocks and increase overall profitability. This will provide the opportunity for Maine fishermen to assume greater degree of control over their fishing activities instead of reacting to increased regulatory complexity. However, there are three major challenges to the successful implementation of sectors that may jeopardize this approach. The challenges are addressed by the three objectives in this proposal. The first challenge is the large number of stocks that have only limited information available on which to base estimates of sustainable catch and allocations to sectors. These are the so-called data-poor species. And these include species like flounder and hake species and pollock. This may result in setting restrictive quotas on these species in the name of precaution. The first objective will fill in some of these information gaps and will allow, hopefully, higher catch levels in the future. The second challenge is to fully harvest the underutilized species in the Gulf of Maine, such as redfish and haddock. GMRI will work with the industry and determine the distribution of underutilized species and develop the gear to harvest them to increase catch rates and improve industry economics. The third challenge will be the modification of fishing gear and vessels to reduce the bycatch of unwanted fish species and sizes, to reduce the direct impact of the gear on the environment, and reduce the impact on the wider ecosystem by reducing the environmental footprint of fishing. GMRI is already working with fishermen in Port Clyde on a largely voluntary basis to achieve these aims and will extend it to other ports. All three of these approaches will help to improve industry profitability and help to ensure the success of sectors. More than 50% of the funding for this project will go to chartering commercial fishing boats directly to improve the gear technology, and we have the support from Maine DMR and the Associated Fisheries of Maine. Thank you.